I want to tell you guys a quick story that I think might be helpful in some kind of way. So a couple of weeks ago, I went out and I did this thing called the Backyard Ultra. The Backyard Ultra is basically a 24-hour relay. Every single hour from 7 a.m. every single hour you start a new 6.7 kilometers. So it's a 6.7 kilometer lap, and you get an hour to finish it, which is plenty of time. So the trick about it is that you've got to be able to run it quite efficiently, so not too fast, but you also can't run too slow. You've got to be able to finish within an hour, and you've got to be able to be good for another lap. And so I was completely blank going into this thing. I went into it, I had a goal of doing 5 laps. I said I'm just going to do 5 laps and I'm going to call it a day. And I do 3 laps. My legs are in pain, my joints, my everything. Now my mind is playing tricks on me, and this thing is getting a little bit more difficult. And I go into lap number 4, and then I push myself for lap number 5. And during lap number 5, I still remember, while I'm running, I meet this man called Dennis. I start asking Dennis some questions because I see, he's an elderly man, but he's strong. He's really strong, and he looks like he knows what he's doing. So I start asking some questions, and I find out that he does this on a regular. Like, he does ultra races on a regular. So I said, you know what, let me just stick with him so that I can be able to finish number 5. And while we're running, he also introduces me to some of his team. So he had teammates over there who also do the same thing, who are just as strong as he is. Now, it's getting kind of tricky because while he's doing this, he's talking about how strong I am and how I can go for another lap. He says, you can go for another lap. Now, I didn't want to. Personally, I did not want to. But he starts saying things like, this man is just idling. This man is still strong. This man can still go. This man can do another lap. Now, they're gassing me up, and I kind of start believing them, but at the same time, I'm like, you're just lying through your teeth, because I don't think I look good right now. I'm finished. It's done. And we finish the 5th lap, and they say, let's do one more. I said, okay, let me do one more. Let me just push myself for one more. I do lap number 6, and during lap number 6, they say something interesting, and this is the point I want to make to you. Right? They say, Dennis says to me, as long as you are close to us, you'll be doing one more lap. He says, as long as you're with us, you'll be doing one more lap. And he says, if you don't want to do another lap, stay away from us. Now, I say this because I think it brings some kind of perspective into our relationships. Because when I did that lap number 6, when I thought about going into lap number 7, I honestly considered hiding from them. I promise you, I honestly considered hiding from Dennis and his team. I didn't want any of them to see me. I didn't want any of them to know where I was. I just wanted to run as far away from them as possible and avoid them. But here's the thing though, these people were not trying to hurt me. They were trying to help me be able to get to a better version of myself. And I think, honestly, in our relationships, what often happens is that some of us, we have these relationships, these really tough relationships with people who ask you really, really hard questions, with people who hold you accountable, with people who grill you with questions that you don't want to hear, with people who really, really care. But they caring and they love is so tough that you just want to avoid them sometimes. And so sometimes we distance ourselves from these relationships. Sometimes it's even in a romantic relationship where you are with somebody who is incredible, who is pushing you to be better, somebody who is helping you grow. But because it hurts so much, but because the pain of progress is so unbearable to you, that you would rather just distance yourself away from them. Listen, I want to urge you today, get close to them. Get as close as possible to these people. These people have your best interest at heart. These people want to see you be better. These people want to see you be the best of yourself, and you cannot lose them.